What's up, everybody? This is Kieran Reese, otherwise known as the Obsessed Compulsive Gamer, the O.C.G, and I'm here playing Fallout 4 and letting my cat in. So, Nico, what are you doing? Go on. So, let me make sure I'm live. Okay, I am. I have an armor workshop around here somewhere. Where the fuck is it? Weapons workbench. Power armor station. Workshop. Is there any way to fucking... Hold on, I'm trying to see if there's a way... to track down and put something, because I moved the armor workbench and I can't remember where it is now. Ah, there it is. Now I feel fucking stupid. Oh well.
You remind me of a young man I used to know. Never looking for trouble, but always finding it.
Hanging in there?
Well, I guess every day I get up and tell myself, we just have to get through today.
We've been through a rough time, man. The worst. Just, I don't know if there's anything I can do for you.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I know I haven't been pulling my weight around here, and I'm really trying to do better.
There's nothing to apologize for. You worry about you, everything will take care of itself.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks for checking in on me.
Of course. We look out for our own. Always.
Sweet. I wonder, can you paint pipe guns? It's unfortunate. Oh well. Oh. Now I'm gonna use. Oh fuck. Yeah, I haven't. Keep forgetting.
Hey, do you have a moment? I wanted to thank you for helping us out in Concord. If only we'd run into you sooner.
Hey, dude. Today's a good day. I got the season pass for Fallout 4, and I got Tales of Graces remaster. I may have mentioned before I'm a big fan of the Tales of games, and Tales of Graces is my favorite one. And earlier this year, they finally brought it to modern hardware. It was previously a PS3 exclusive, and they added a bunch of new content that wasn't in it and quality of life features and shit. And it was on sale, so I got it. And then I got the season pass for this because I really just wanted to have the whole, kit
I
caboodle.
like it. Having a place to sleep will improve everyone's spirits. What we need now is a reliable source of clean water.
Yeah, for sure. One of the free updates you get, uh, one of the free updates you get for the next gen version of this lets you customize your vault suits. So make it any color and any number. So I have a black 77. I mean, it's just cosmetic, but it's still cool. I've always had an obsession with the 7. I would have made it 777, but it only goes up to 120. And that was a perfect opportunity for me to show you, yeah, what I mean. Uh, when the better draw distance, I've mentioned it a couple times. I don't think I do it justice. Like, it sounds, a little bit better. It's a big difference. That's right. Yeah. Really? What a bitch. Echo, I love you so much, but I'm gonna fucking hurt you. Well, this place is supposed to be cleared out, but okay. Yeah, here we go. Good enough. But you, well, yeah, give me a sec. Might as well get to the top. If I could fucking mod, I tell you that'd be the #1 mod I would use. Sprinting doesn't take AP. Same thing with Skyrim. That's like one of the main things I fucking do. Okay, so you see here, over here, there's a city. That was the original settings, basically. Yeah, that's fair. Now with the higher settings, you can see that makes a big fucking difference in what you can see. Way more trees that you can actually see the town of Lexington off in the distance. Way more of the city, like, you know, it's a big deal. Plus, that's just far away. It's also much better draw distance for like stuff closer to you, like grass and shit. So it like doubles or triples the draw distance. And if you set it to visuals mode with 60 FPS, it you might think, oh, it's uncapped, it doesn't reach it, but it does. It just sacrifices some resolution. So instead of like a native 4K 60 FPS, you're getting like 1800p 60 FPS, and honestly, trading some resolution for the massive draw distance is worth it for me. Because, I mean, this is a game where you're going to be spending a lot of time looking at open vistas. So, you know, an 1800p is still very high. Most people couldn't even tell you the difference between 4K and 1800p. It's still very high resolution. So, but, you know, props to them for giving you the option. Yeah, I might as well head to Diamond City. See, like, you can see the draw distance is way further out for the grass and shit. Fucking ghouls, man. Oh yeah, I forgot there were mines there. You know, I know a lot of people who like dig playing Fallout, man. With they dig playing Fallout with fucking survival mode, no fast travel and all that shit. I couldn't do it, man. That's the Brotherhood of Steel. I'm not going to do that right now. I can't stand it when any open world game throttles. Yeah, that's true, dude. I just can't stand it when any kind of open world game throttles fucking fast travel, man. That to me is not like immersive. That to me is tedious. It makes me not want to go off the beaten path and explore. Like, that's like such a big part of these games for me, dude, is going off the beaten path and exploring. But like, when I think, oh, I'm, you know, way, way, way off where I should be, it makes me not want to explore. You know what I mean? Wait, I forgot. Yeah, let me save. There's a. I'm pretty sure this is a raider. Yeah, USS Riptide. There's raiders here. What a dick. Also, I know some people who just fucking love, I know some people who just love the, energy weapons. I'm not a big fan of them. I think some of them are okay, but I always prefer standard ballistic guns, you know? Yeah, some of them, I think they did, I like the Institute weapons a lot. If I was going to use the Institute weapon, it would be... it would be the fucking, Institute ones, if I was going to use plasma. Wow. Not a big deal. And that's why we quick save. I'll come back here once I got more ammo. So, like, this is the only city in Fallout that actually feels like a fucking city, you know what I mean? The strip didn't do it. This actually feels like the ruins of a city, which I think a large part of that was technical issues, but still, for as big a part of Fallout New Vegas as the strip is, there's really not much to do there, and it's kind of a letdown when you actually get there. But we already talked about that. I'm saying this actually feels like the ruins of Boston. Oh yeah, I forgot super mutants. It's still early in the game, so my arsenal's kind of shit right now. Oh, sweet, that's cool.
Hey.
You know, the world of Fallout 4 is actually smaller than Skyrim. I always thought it was bigger.
Hey there. Damn. Not afraid of mutants, huh? You're our kind of guy.
I think that's because, honestly, it's a lot denser.
What do you mean you can't open the gate? Stop playing around, Danny. I'm standing out in the open here for crying out loud.
I got orders not to let you in, Miss Piper. I'm sorry. I'm just doing my job.
Ooh, just doing your job. Protecting Diamond City means keeping me out, is that it? Oh, look, it's the scary reporter.
I'm sorry, but Mayor McDonough's really steamed, Piper. Saying that article you wrote was all lies. The whole city's in a tizzy.
You open this gate right now, Danny Sullivan. I live here. You can't just lock me out. You want into Diamond City, right?
What? Who are you?
Shh. Play along. What's that? You said you're a trader up from Quincy? You have enough supplies to keep the general store stocked for a whole month? You hear that, Danny? You gonna open the gate and let us in, or are you gonna be the one talking to crazy Myrna about losing out on all the supply?
Jeez, all right. No need to make it personal, Piper. Give me a minute.
Better head inside quick before old Danny catches on to the bluff.
This place, Diamond City. What is it?
Oh, the Green Jewel? She's a sight. Everyone who's anyone in the Commonwealth is from here, settled here, got kicked out of here. A big wall, some power, working plumbing, schools, and some security goons are what make Diamond City the big monster it is. Oh, love it or hate it. You'll see for yourself soon enough. Let's go.
Piper, who let you back inside? I told Sullivan to keep that gate shut. You devious, rabble-rousing slanderer. The level of dishonesty in that paper of yours. I'll have that printer scrapped for parts.
Ooh, that a statement, Mr. McDonough? Tyrant mayor shuts down the press. Why don't we ask the newcomer? You support the news? Because the mayor's threatening to throw free speech in the dumpster.
This really isn't any of my business.
Oh, I didn't mean to bring you into this argument, good sir. No. You look like Diamond City material. Welcome to the great green jewel of the Commonwealth. Safe, happy, a fine place to come. Spend your money, settle down. Don't let this muckraker here tell you otherwise, all right?
What are you two arguing about, anyway?
What do you think? Print lies and everybody's happy, but if you print the truth...
Now, was there anything particular you came to our city for?
I'm trying to find someone.
Trying to find someone? Who?
My son, Sean. He's less than a year old.
Wait, your son's missing? Oh, you hear that, McDonough? What's Diamond City Security doing to help this man, huh? This isn't the first missing persons report to come through here, and now we have an infant who's been taken?
Don't listen to her. Well, I'm afraid that our security team can't follow every case that comes through. I'm confident that you can find help here. Diamond City...
I don't know how much you play through the main story of this, but early on you get a really fucking awesome revolver, Kellogg's revolver.
Well, sure. And a mayor of a great city must know everyone. Who can help me?
Well, there is one private citizen, Nick Valentine, a detective of sorts who specializes in tracking people down, usually for debts or whatnot. Now, I have to get going. I'm sorry, Diamond City Security doesn't have time to help, but is a reasonable fee.
This is ridiculous. Diamond City Security can't spare one officer to help. I want the truth, McDonough. What's the real reason security never investigates in the
I've had enough of this, Piper. From now on, consider you and that little sister of yours on notice.
Yeah, keep talking, McDonough. That's all you're good for. I'm impressed. Not everyone can claw information out of McDonough's tight-fisted hands. Why don't you stop by my office after you see Valentine? I think I just found my next story.
It's that secretary.
Yeah.
Don't walk outside the wall undefended. High quality protection for sale.
All Diamond City right here.
Yeah, Johnny, you be from hell, but you Nick McDonough with your razor, he bleed. Don't mean nothing.
Hey.
It's the new guy. That's you, right?
Yeah, I'm the new guy.
Well, it's good to have you here. Name's Arturo Rodriguez. If you need protection, let's talk. So you know weapons, huh?
Listen, I can sell you guns, swords, whatever. And they'll keep you alive for sure. But the real secret is in the mods. The little personal touches. Install a scope, expand the clip size, whatever. You spend time with your gear, and you'll have the right answer to every problem. Anyway, let's get back to you and what kind of protection you need.
Let's see what you got.
Feel free to test the grips.
Sweet. He has 45 rounds. Armor piercing submachine gun.
Custom hardware? We got a free workbench for all your modifications. Scopes, clip size, barrels.
Oh yeah, I need to
A
see.
shotgun's great insurance against raiders, but I got a lot of options here.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Self-defense at its best.
Oh yeah, the pipe revolver pistol is really great. How much is that worth? Value is 50. Yeah, I'll buy it. It's not bad. Shipment of aluminium. Short hunting rifle. Actually, if I get that, I can mod that into a proper rifle. Which I'll do until I can get a better rifle.
We buy and sell everything to everyone, except sense. No sense allowed here.
Yeah. I'll have to fuck with that once I get more supplies and get the second level of gun nut. I love the weapon customization in this game a lot. Okay, standard receiver, stub barrel, standard grip, standard sight, short sight, reflex sight, no muzzle. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. You should like, comment, and subscribe. Now let me quickly. I need to heal.
Protection for sale. Hand-tooled pieces.
Now I can go back to that wreck and kill the raiders. Now that I have actual ammo. Yeah. By the way, it's good to see you. Always welcome new people watch my streams. And it's really just a question of that's what I like using. I like the pipe revolver. Just has something really satisfying about it, and I love how it feels. Actually, I haven't tried. Hold on, I tried the hunting rifle. I haven't used that yet in a while. Yep. Plus, actually, that guy has fucking armor on, hardcore armor, so. Okay, I don't know how I suddenly died, but alright, I guess I got lucky. Oh well, shit happens. Like I said, I'm still pretty early in the game, so... you know, actually, hold on, let me level up. Better sneaking, that's good. Well, as soon as I get fucking level 13, that'll be the first thing I get is a gun nut. Yeah, I love that. That's one of my favorite things about this game. When you bring out the fucking revolvers, he spins the barrel. It's great, especially when you get Kellogg's revolver. I just sit there and spin that shit for hours. You also got the DLC for this. The season pass is on sale, so I'm sure Far Harbor and Nuka World have some good shit. Well, I know Far Harbor does. You get the fucking lever action rifle, go Wild West on their ass, and fucking harpoon gun. I'm also legally obligated to say you should like, comment, and subscribe, Crazy Dread. I also really like how they found a way in Fallout 4 to actually have you be able to loot shit without having to pause the game. It's a really elegant solution. I wish more games did that, actually. Ah. Yeah. I'll try it one more time. And if not, I'll just have to come back because I'm still early level. Oh, actually, I had leather shit I should have been putting on. That could have helped. Take 3. course, I fucking wind up throwing it and hurting me. Fantastic. Oh. Oh, God. Hold on. I need to Google when I can start the different DLCs, because it's been so long I don't know. I used to know. Because they're a good opportunity to get good weapons. The harpoon gun could make a difference. And I essentially love that it's fucking reusable. So you can stretch the ammunition very far away.
Nothing there now. What do you think?
I don't know. Jump in the shadows.
Yeah, you're probably right. Cut down the jet, I guess.
Hearing shit.
I should probably cut down on the jet. So basically them saying, I should probably stop, take it easy on the meth.
Peekaboo! Lost him. Don't you die out of
Yeah. Yeah, probably not a good idea. Well, we'll see. The way they handle levels in this game is also very different from Skyrim. Oh, come on. Alright, take that. I'll try it one more time, and if not, I'll just come back. So I'm making headway.
nothing there now. What do you think?
I don't know. Jump in the shadows.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Also, if I'm not mistaken, you can get a really good rifle, sniper rifle from the Salem Museum of Witchcraft. There's a whole quest there with a guy who uses a rifle, and you can get it from him. And it's a really good one of the game's best.
At least it sure as hell looks that way.
I guess so. Who's that?
Hey, who's there? Shook up over nothing.
Jet will make you jittery. Yes, she was right.
Come on. Okay, let me see. Oh yeah, actually, hold on. I have a pipe. If I'm not mistaken, I have a pipe. Tactical automatic pipe rifle. Yep. Say hello to my new friend. Hold on, let me see what you're saying. YouTube is really fucking stupid. It cuts it off. It's longer than the sentence. It's dumb. People have been telling them for years to fucking get it longer, but it's, you know, what are you gonna do? I'm sorry, is he under the water? Yeah. It's funny. that kill him? No, somehow he's not dead. Okay. Oh, I forgot with the armor you can walk on the bottom of the water. I keep forgetting about that. Shit. Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to get rid of some shit so I can keep that piece of power armor. Come on. There we go. I just gotta get out of the fucking water. Water is not your friend. Yeah, one of the mods I would use if I weren't going for trophies would be there's one that just gives you a regular flashlight. Because I understand what they're going for aesthetically, but it's just not a very good light. Sweet. And I think that's everything. Well, the ammo box. Well, that was easy lock. Yeah, okay, let me check. It should say cleared. Nope, then... Who the fuck remains? Like, or is it because I haven't found all the treasure? Submachine gun. Because if there's somebody alive here, then I'm not fucking seeing it. I don't think the Raiders are ones to play coy, so... Hold on, I see what you're saying. You could be right. It could just be missing a magazine. It could be that's why it's not considered. Oh, no, okay, gotcha. If there's that explains it. If there's a magazine, then that would explain why it's not cleared. I appreciate the tip.
Hell yeah.
There we go. Ah, the Wasteland Survivor Guide. That was one of the best quests in Fallout, man. Oh, Stealth Boy. Of course. Alright, now I'm gonna warp back to Sanctuary so I can store that shit. Yeah, just get rid of everything I'm not really using. Yeah, there we go. We're down to respectable weight now. And while we're at it, I have some shit I can plant. Like, I hope you guys like tomatoes. That's what we're fucking eating. Let me clear up some of the debris. Oh shit, I forgot there's an issue of Grognik Barbarian here. Yeah. I got super into settlement building back in the day. I made like thousands of caps at a time off purified water. Back when I played Fallout 4 at launch, because I like got really fucking into it. I literally had like the pond outside of Sanctuary completely full of industrial water generators. I was like a fucking clean water fucking baron, man. It's awesome. And that's probably where it's gonna end up. I'm not even kidding. Like, I would get shipments of 200-300 clean water bottles at a time. Like, I got really fucking into the settlement building in Fallout 4. It doesn't work in water. But if I did that, how would he tell me that there's a settlement that needs my help? Yeah, that's a Nuka World machine.
I feel better already.
Let me fuck around with this pipe. Yeah, it's got a lot of good stuff here. Automatic receiver, long barrel, standard stock. I'll have to look at that. Reflex sight. Yeah. In this case, I think the reflex sight is just fine. Let me see. But yeah, cages for the automaton raider for. Oh yeah, I have some creation clubs, Capital Wasteland. That's right. Yeah, that's cool. They added free stuff when they made the next gen version of this game. Probably, yeah. We'll have to see how it goes, but probably. Let me see, defense. I need to start making power, but I don't have engineering. So I'll have to wait until I get that. Working fucking. Yeah. Very true. I will start doing that as soon as I get a chance. Decorations, Nuka World. Yeah, you can put up a Nuka-Cola flag. I don't know why you would do that, but okay, you know? And you know what? Fuck it. Let's put up a big old Volt Boy thing. Big old thumbs up. It serves no purpose but to look fucking sick. My dad actually has a bottlehead. Actual replica of the Fallout bottlehead from this. He got it in a loot crate years ago. Still has it above his desk. It's fucking sick. One of these days I want to get one. He also he pre-ordered The Witcher 3 back when it was first came out, and he got like a actual steel replica of Geralt's wolf medallion, which is super sweet. I have the pre-order thing from when I pre-ordered Shadow of War. So it's like a miniature replica of Celebrimbor's hammer, which is the in case you're not aware, is the hammer that made the One Ring. Well, all of the rings, but you know that's most people associated with furniture. Yeah, I'll get into furniture and shit later. Like, it's great. I just, that's after we get everything going. I'll put down another bed since they always want to take my fucking bed. Oh shit, wrong way. There's also one of the free creator packs gives you that's called makeshift weapons, and it's like free, like cobbled together weapons you can get. I gotta find that guy because it's cool. One of them's like a nail gun launcher. It's pretty cool. One like is a gun that fires like junk and shit, which is cool. Yeah, there's all these Halloween decorations. I keep forgetting that in the world of Fallout, the bombs dropped right before Halloween. Yeah, pig launcher. Yeah. And that is definitely something cool they did. Where they added free content. Like they added the Enclave flamethrower, Enclave paint job, bolt, suit customization. That's why my Volt suit is black and says 77, because I think that's fucking sick. I've always had a fascination with 77. So, I mean, none of it's life-changing, but considering it was free shit that they added just for the next-gen version of this game, it's hard to complain when they literally didn't have to add any of that. Who the fuck is this? Hold on a second. Okay. I really hate it when people blow up my phone. It really pisses me off. I knew this chick who she would like send me like 10 text messages at a time or pictures and shit. I'm like, fucking slow your roll, dog. It's a pet peeve of mine. I don't have a problem like talking to somebody frequently, but like when you spam like somebody, you're not even like giving, you know, the proper fucking time to digest. I'll never, like I said, I'll never understand the hatred for Fallout, honestly. Fallout 4, I love Fallout 4. People saying they don't like it, or it's shitty, or even worse, saying it's not an RPG. It is objectively a fucking RPG, but Alex knows that. I talked about that with him the other day, like, saying you don't like Fallout 4, okay, but, like, people are like, it's not really an RPG. How? How is it not an RPG? By every conceivable metric of what an RPG means, it is. Character creation, check. Focus on story, check. Leveling, stat allocation, skill trees, check. Gear customization, check. Branching plot points and different solutions, quest lines, check. Like, you know, you just say, you tell me, I don't like Fallout 4. I'll say, okay, that's objective. I feel like when you say it's not an RPG, that is factually inaccurate. You know, it's like, I'm not big on sports games, as I've said before, but I'm not going to say, well, it's not really a sports game. I'm going to say, I don't like it. That's, you know? So, like, people routinely, like, oh, it's not really an RPG, and I always hear that, and it pisses me off. It's like, how the fuck is it not? Like, just tell me I don't like Fallout 4, because then it's like, okay, that's fair. But, like, I feel like objectively it meets the criteria. And I always liked it, you know? A lot of the things people don't like, I like. Like, people, a lot of people hated the fact that the main character talks. I actually like that, but I've never been into silent protagonists, ever. Like, they say it's so that people get more into it and projecting the character. I actually feel more into, like, a story and project as the character when it's a voice protagonist. So for me, it's never had the intended effect. I will always prefer a voiced character. Yeah. I'm also in the minority there because I'm not a huge fan of New Vegas. I like it. I won't say it's a bad game. But my introduction to Fallout was Fallout 3. I was a bit too young and didn't own a PC to play the original Fallout and Fallout 2. So Fallout 3 is when I played Fallout and fell in love with Fallout. So I kind of thought that Fallout New Vegas was going to be like 3. And despite having a lot of like similar overlap in gameplay, tonally it could not be more different. And I just don't like it nearly as much. And I prefer Fallout 3 and 4 to New Vegas. And I know that's like blasphemy, you know, but it's how I feel, and I'm not gonna couch my opinion. I would keep it real. I don't care if it's not a popular opinion. It's how I feel. And it sounds like you'd be amazed at how many people fold under pressure, especially like content creators, because they don't want to upset anybody, so they'll just like agree to whatever somebody says. Now, fuck that, man. I'm gonna tell it like it is. You don't like that? Too bad. Like, you know, I respect your opinion, respect mine. Like I said, I don't care if somebody disagrees with me as long as they do it civilly. You like New Vegas? Cool. All the power to you, as long as you're not a dick about it. You know what I mean? Like, people are like, oh, I can't believe you don't like New Vegas. You're not really a gamer. You're not really in Fallout. That's when it gets irritating. But, you know, I just say agree to disagree, and we're fine. And, you know, that sounds like should be a given, right? And it's not. How many people get fucking butthurt, you know? So... You know, and I think that out of all of the main Fallout games, I think that Fallout 4 is the only one that has good gunplay, which, bear in mind, that's a pretty big deal for a shooter. Fallout 3, I love Fallout 3. Gunplay was shit. New Vegas, they improved the gunplay. It's slightly better than Fallout 3. Still not what I'd call good shooting. So, you know, not for nothing, this is not like the best shooting ever, but it's actually enjoyable. And that counts for a lot in a game where you're going to be shooting. Like, in Fallout 3, I virtually did not shoot outside of that because the actual, like, outside of that shooting was so bad. And in New Vegas, they made it slightly better, but still wasn't great. And it wasn't great by that standard. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, well, it aged poorly. The shooting in Fallout 3 was bad when it came out in 2008, so it's really bad now. And that's why the current rumor is they're going to follow up the Oblivion remake with a Fallout remake that's going to overhaul the graphics, of course, but it's also going to overhaul the gunplay, and fuck, that would be awesome. That would easily be, like, my game of the year. Because Fallout 3 has amazing story, has amazing world, you know, just the gunplay is so bad, and the graphics are pretty dated. Like, Fallout 3, once again, didn't look that great by 2008 standards. Yeah, exactly. Like, even, like, I remember when Fallout 3 came out, originally, in 2008, people were like, yeah, this looks kind of You know what I mean? People overlooked that because it was so great with what it did. But I'm saying, like, look what they did with Oblivion. They totally overhauled the graphics top to bottom. The Oblivion remaster is so pretty. Oh my god, it's so pretty. Like, it took my breath away, the lighting and shit. So, the current rumor is that they're going to remake Fallout 3 the same way with Oblivion, and the main thing they're going to overhaul is the gunplay. So they're going to leave the story alone, but like the movement, the shooting is going to be completely rebuilt, because that's what they did with Oblivion Remastered. They completely redid all the animations for all of the weapons and fighting combat and spells, and the melee combat in Oblivion feels 1,000 times better in the new version. So, and like I said, if they could modernize the graphics for Fallout 3 and then pair that with like actually good gunplay, man, that would be a winning combination. And I could easily see myself dropping another 200 hours. Because I already put like 200 hours to Fallout 3. I played the shit out of it back in the day. I fucking had a copy of it for 360. I still do, actually. A Game of the Year copy, and I wore that shit out. I have a copy of New Vegas, too. So, you know. And if there was a game that needed an overhaul, man, it's Fallout 3. And it's already been 10 years since the last Fallout game. I'm not talking about 76. You know, 76 is kind of like a different kettle of fish, but I'm talking about since like the last main single-player game was this game. And they just started pre-production on the Elder Scrolls 6 last year, and they won't even start making Fallout 5 or whatever it's called till after they finish Elder Scrolls 6. So once again, we're looking at 15, 16 years between fucking Fallout games. So, you know, if they can have another team go and overhaul Fallout 3, that would be great to, you know, keep people busy in the meantime. And I think that's part of the reason why the Oblivion Remaster went over so well, because people have been wanting an Elder Scrolls game for so long, but because Bethesda has one main team and they only do one game after they finish another, it doesn't even take them that long to make games. It's just that they don't start on the game until the other games in the chain. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause if you actually look at Fallout 4, Skyrim, Starfield even, their development cycles for those games wasn't that long. It's just they have 3 IPs and only one studio, so they can't get to work on Starfield until after they finish Fallout and Skyrim, and vice versa. So if you actually look at their releases, they come out at a fairly even clip. But if you look for an individual game, years and years and years. You know, Fallout 4 came out 4 years after Skyrim. Skyrim was 2011. Fallout 4 was 2015. That's a standard development, especially for cross-gen. This is their first game for this gen. So, it's not that long, but because they have to then do Fallout and then do Starfield before they can even start on Elder Scrolls 6, it's now been, 14 years? Yeah, 14 years, and they just started pre-production, so we're looking at 18, 19 years before we finally get an Elder Scrolls 6. So people were desperate for more Elder Scrolls, and Oblivion, technically it's still, an old game, but it was a new game with Elder Scrolls, and people ate it up. It's I think I read somewhere that it's the 3rd best-selling game of 2025 so far, which, considering it had no marketing whatsoever, and it came out shadow dropped, that's insane. So people really responded to it. They clearly want more Elder Scrolls. And now, with the Fallout show becoming a massive success, and I'll say the Fallout show is actually really good. I think the Fallout show is one of the only good video game adaptations. They did a really good job. They didn't just try to copy the game. Because a lot of the time, they will try to copy the game. And usually it winds up being the game but worse, because the story was written around gaming medium. So, The Last of Us. Everybody loved that show, and I'm not going to go into a whole tangent about it, but basically, The Last of Us show, it was decent. It was one of the better video game adaptations, but only because most video adaptations suck so bad. That's not, hard to do. But it basically was just, I still didn't really care for it, because at the end of the day, it was just basically The Last of Us, but worse. Followed the same basic plot line, but it just, Last of Us was written around being a game. And the choices they made I didn't like. But anyway, and if they had tried to do, the plot of Fallout 3, the plot of New Vegas, the plot of 4, it would have sucked. Because they would have had to cut all these story elements out to fit it into one season of TV. And I mean, even for a season of TV, which is longer than a movie, these games have insanely dense stories. Instead, they focused on a new story. It's canon, it's in the universe, but it's a new story, and there's plenty of room for it because Fallout has such a rich history, and because they weren't trying to ape what the game did, and they worked with the Fallout team, they were literally working with Todd Howard to make sure it was canon and accurate, it wound up being really good. And, Fallout, due to the way that it... hold on one second. What's up? Alright, I'll be in there in a minute. Love you, bye. My dad was talking to me about me made stew. Anyway, because Fallout is set up a certain way, with a silent protagonist usually, Fallout 4 notwithstanding, and a focus on player agency, they don't have a lot of big set-piece moments, a lot of cinematic flair. And that's fine because it works like that. But with Fallout the show, they were able to have a voice character with more agency in the story, and they were able to have these big set-piece moments that Fallout wouldn't normally have. So rather than just doing what the game did, but being shittier, they focused on their own thing and did what the game doesn't normally do. So they actually contributed something that you didn't normally get from the game. And, people, when they think about the show, they think about the ghoul fucking shooting at the town. The big set-piece shit you wouldn't see in the game. Where it focused more on the storytelling and the emergent gameplay rather than big set pieces. So, that's why it was good, in my opinion. If they had just tried to redo the plot of Fallout 3 or whatever, I think it would have sucked. They made the right fucking call. And you can see. But my whole point is now, a huge generation of people are now crazy about Fallout. I would say, honestly, Fallout may be more popular than it's ever been because Fallout has never been exactly mainstream. So, you know, people are hungry for more Fallout, and dropping a Fallout 3 remake would be the perfect way to capitalize on that because it's going to be God knows how fucking long until the main team gets around to doing Fallout 5. Although I've heard that they are Microsoft. I've heard that Microsoft might have commissioned another team to do a Fallout game because they saw the success of the Fallout show. They wanted to capitalize on it, and they didn't want to rush Bethesda, but they also want Fallout games to come out more than once a decade. So, you know, in which case, as long as they do it, fine, I'm cool with that because Fallout, like it just with the show, Fallout is such a big universe that you can have multiple teams doing Fallout properties. And if we have to have another team doing it so that we don't have to wait 15 years for another game, I'm all for it. And it's not like there's not plenty of great RPG developers that could do it justice. It's not like Bethesda's the only one. I mean, obviously they did a good job, but there's plenty of teams that could do it justice. I mean, obviously New Vegas, you just said it was your favorite, and it's a lot of people's favorite, was Obsidian. It wasn't Bethesda. Like, they published it, but it wasn't the main Bethesda team that did Fallout 3 and 4. So, most people's favorite game is a different developer. It's not mine, but it is the fan favorite. So, you know, give me Fallout 3 remake, or have another team make a game, you know? I don't want to wait fucking 15 years. Like I said, it's already been 10 years since Fallout 4 came out, and they have to finish Elder Scrolls 6 before they can even fucking start on Fallout 5. Then it's going to take 4 or 5 years, so we're looking at 15, fucking 20 years. Jesus, give me a break. You know, and people were like doomsdaying because Todd Howard's like Fallout 6. Not Fallout 6. Elder Scrolls 6 may be my last Elder Scrolls game. And you're like, why are you saying that? Because he's like in his 50s, and every major game he's done has taken like 10 years. You know, by the time he finishes God, I keep getting confused. By the time he finishes fucking Elder Scrolls 6, he's going to be in his 60s. He knows he's probably not going to live forever, and once again, then he's got to do Starfield 2 and Fallout 5, so it could be another 10 years before he even starts to go back to Elder Scrolls 7. And he's keeping it real. He's not like trying to be like, oh, I don't want to do it. He's just saying, you know, I'm not getting any younger. And, you know, with us rotating the 3 games, because when you look at Bethesda, and before they took on other franchises, they came out with games at a pretty steady fucking clip. And they still do. Morrowind, 2002. Oblivion, 2006, 4 years. And that was a cross-generation thing. Skyrim, 2011, 5 years. And then you had the DLC for Oblivion, so we're only looking at like 4 years from the time they finished the DLC. But then when they added Fallout, so now they had to juggle Fallout and the Elder Scrolls. Then they added Starfield, so now they're juggling 3 series, you know? And it kind of like makes me wish they did what Call of Duty did. As much as I hate Call of Duty, I'm not big on Call of Duty, where they had 3 teams. They wanted to keep Call of Duty coming out at a good pace every year, but they didn't want to sacrifice the quality, so they had 3 teams. You know, Infinity Ward, Treyarch, Sledgehammer. And each team would get 3 years. But because they had each team with 3 teams working on one's 3 years, ideally they have one coming out every year without having to rush the games, you know, until they fucked it up. And yeah, I could go on a whole spiel about that because they wound up pushing one of the games forward and pushing another game back, and then they did want to delay it, so it caused a whole fucking heaping of issues. Because when you have a game on a schedule like that where it's 3 teams working, bop, 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 and then you have one of those games come out, you throw a spanner and the whole fucking works. And that's what happens. Because I'm not sure if a lot of people know it, but it's true. Call of Duty Cold War was originally not supposed to be a Black Ops game. It was made by Raven, and it was going to be in the Cold War, but it was going to be standalone, and for some reason, who can ever say why, Activision decided that they didn't like the single player that they had made, so they decided, rather than pushing it back by a year and going a year without a COD, God forbid, they haven't had a single year without a COD since 2005. It's crazy. Like 20 years, they have not missed a single year. They decided that they took the multiplayer that Raven Software had made, and they combined that with the news story that they had Treyarch do. But what that did was Raven Software's game was going to come out in 2021, and Treyarch was going to come out in 2020. And because Treyarch put their shit aside to finish this, and Raven bumped it up, it threw the whole schedule out of whack and led to a shit ton of problems. And obviously, the way to fix that would have been to delay a year. They pushed it up a year, so you delay a year, it evens out. But they weren't willing to do that, and the result was Modern Warfare 3 2023, which was a fucking abomination. Which was literally cobbled together. They took zombies from another game that they were working on. They took the canceled multiplayer maps from Modern Warfare 2 remake, not the Modern Warfare 2 2022. I'm talking about the Modern Warfare 2 remastered. They originally had multiplayer maps for that and decided not to put them for some reason. I don't know why, because that was what most people wanted from Modern Warfare 2. And they stitched it together with a new campaign that they pulled out of their ass. So, quite literally, Modern Warfare 3 2023 was a Frankenstein fucking monster of 3 games haphazardly pushed together at the last second. And that's why it was fucking terrible. It was it's like the Call of Duty equivalent of, oh, what do we got in the kitchen? Let's just throw shit in there. Make a pot roast. And that's why most people agree it fucking sucked. Because it was just like I said, parts from 3 different games haphazardly stitched together at the last moment. And I think they were originally going to do a DLC, because originally they had a much more sensible plan. Well, we can't have a Call of Duty this year, so we'll just do a DLC. So we still have a big release coming, and that could have worked. Because the plan was originally to be a DLC for Modern Warfare 2. And then, they had a year, and that's a decent time for an expansion, especially if you have a big-ass team working on it. But then, at the last second, they're like, well, we really don't want to go a year without a Call of Duty game, because that's going to affect our bottom line. So let's take this expansion that we were working on, let's stretch it into a full game by just throwing shit in there. And as you might expect, it didn't work out well. Okay, I'm just gradually picking apart the scrap. But yeah, sorry, I go on a fucking tangent, what I do. Inside my head just going, doesn't fucking stop. Alright, I'm going to take a short break and eat dinner. Because, well, we made dinner early and I'm hungry. I'll be back. Thank you for watching. And comment, and fucking subscribe!